Hey everyone, welcome to Technical Thursday. And as you may not know, I've started a new series every single day, Monday through Friday. I'm doing a new topic and I'm really excited about it. If you want to learn more about it, you can look in the description and I'm going to list out what each day is going to be. So today is Technical Thursday and this is really geared towards hardcore haircutting techniques. If you're a professional, whether you're a hairstylist or a barber, this is going to be really, really helpful. And even just the art of haircutting. Now, if you have no idea who I am, you've never seen me before, never heard of me before, whatever, I've been a professional hairstylist for over 30 years. I've cut probably thousands of clients. You know, I've worked on models, celebrities. I've worked for two major companies in my career teaching professional haircutting, teaching hair color, representing their brands. I used to work for L'Oreal when I was in my early 20s, L'Oreal Professional, and then also Paul Mitchell. You know, training thousands upon thousands of stylists from all over the country. And I've also trained internationally at Vidal Sassoon, Jacques Desage in New York City, which is a French brand. So I have extensive training when it comes to haircutting. And I've kind of adapted my own techniques based off of those fundamentals and then what works for me best. Today we're talking about body positioning when it comes to cutting hair. Now, I've seen and witnessed the horror show, the horror movies, the crime scenes, the live crimes happening in front of my eyes in the salons where hairstylists or even barbers, you can see them on YouTube, whatever, put themselves in the most awkward, uncomfortable situations when they're cutting hair. Just to start right out, my method and what I suggest is staying in one position and moving the client around you. So if this was a client, I could start here in one position and simply just spin the chair around. That's what these chairs are made to spin around, and stay in this same position like this. I can literally do a full haircut in this one position by simply moving the chair around to me, all right? Moving the chair, swiveling it around, raising it down, lowering it, all of that stuff. Raise it up, lowering it. I can stand right here in the same spot, which means that my body position, because this is the hand that I'm using, I'm right-handed, so I cut with my right hand, comb with my left, and I hold the hair with my left hand. So I'm gonna hold the hair with my left hand, comb with the right hand, and cut with the right hand. So my body position has to be put in a way to where I'm standing in this same spot, but I'm moving my hands and arms in a way to keep me not only comfortable, but consistent, and to help create an ideal haircut. If you're not putting yourself in the right body position, you could actually create inconsistencies, uneven sections with the haircut, and the haircut could not be maximized to its fullest potential from a technical standpoint. So what I see, I'm going to start with what I see the most, and I see a lot of people doing this. So let's just say you're cutting the hair and you're done cutting on this side, all right, which is the client's right ear. To you, it's on the left, but it's the client's right side, my right side over here. I'm done cutting this side and working to the top. What I then see, so if I keep myself in a good body position like this, right? My arms, my shoulders are level. I can just raise my arm, my hand up and down like this and cut. I'm not putting myself in any sort of weird position. I'm not straining anything. As we get to the top, yes, we're doing some lifting to keep those shoulders fairly level. Here's where the issue arises, is when we get to these corners and then all of a sudden the reaching, oh boy, here comes the back pain. And the reaching starts to where I've seen people so far hunched over and twisted over this way that they're cutting the hair like this. And I can tell you, as somebody with back issues already, that was killing me. So if you want to save your back and all the pains you're having, please put yourself in a better position. Now, let's watch this. Here's that right side again. I'm turning the mannequin head, or I would be spinning the chair around. Now we're on that other side where I have to reach all the way over. Guess what? I didn't have to do anything to throw my body in a weird position. Move the chair, okay? Spin the chair around. This is how we started. This is what I'd say a good 70-80% of people do, that I probably even more, when I watched cutting hair. And I've seen this, I can't even tell you how many hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands of times, from other stylists, other professionals. They go way over the top. Here comes the pain, and there it is. And it's awful. It creates inconsistencies. It pushes the hair down this way. All you need to do the right way, and what I suggest, again, this is to prevent any sort of issues with your back. It's also to help keep you consistent, is guess what? Now we're back here in that corner, and there we go. That's it. Same thing. The entire haircut could be done in one position. So that's the first thing when it comes to positioning your body. Secondly is you want to be standing, in my opinion, you want to be standing directly in front of where you're cutting. All right, that's another thing. Sometimes your hand positioning will change. Okay, not just the arm position or body, but the hand position. This is called palm-to-palm cutting, where the palms, I cut this way. I don't flip the scissor around. You're just going to destroy your wrist like this. And I'll actually do a separate video on hair cutting, like holding scissors. I'll do a whole separate video on that. But it's the same thing. If you're over like this, cut this way. This is natural. This is unnatural. I can go like this easily. This is very unnatural for me, and it hurts the wrist. All right? So if you're suffering from aches and pains, it's all due to improper or poor body and hand positioning. So what I'll do is I'll cut palm to palm, depending on what technique I'm doing. I'll hold the hair like this, and I'll cut downwards. Palm with the scissors to palm this way. I can clap my hands, all right? Or it'll be this way. Either way, I'm keeping my hands in my body, my arms in a position that's gonna help me be more successful. Not only is this good for your body positioning, but it's also good for the haircut as well from a technical standpoint. You're gonna get more even haircuts. You're gonna have just better haircut results overall. Trust me. Trust me, okay? So palm to palm, if I wanna cut downwards this way, right, I'm just gonna cut down, okay? I can comb and cut, instead of, combing like this, standing here, going way over the top, trying to hold my hand in a weird position. And unfortunately, like I said, there's a larger percentage of professionals doing it that way than, in my opinion, the right way. And I don't know, again, it's just gonna put a lot of strain on your body. Stand in front of where you're cutting, and you move the chair, AKA the client, the mannequin, whatever it is, you move the chair around to where you're dialed into this position. If I'm looking to cut over here, now I may stand behind or this way, as long as I have a clear vision of where I'm cutting, but I'm not going to, at some point I will, if I'm cutting the sides, I will be facing it this way. I'll be in a direct position or line of sight to where I can cut the sides and the top, and this way it makes things a lot easier, so I'm not putting myself in awkward positions. So stand in front of where you're cutting, watch those body positions, and lastly, when it comes to your arms. So if you're cutting hair and you want to create the most even types of balance, layers, shapes, whatever it is, you want to make sure that the arms are as level as you possibly can get them when cutting. All right, now this is the one thing that I see happen also a lot, is watch this and tell me if you do this. All right, see, now notice the trail elbow, this elbow, all right? Not the one that's cutting, the one that's holding the hair. This is the holding hand. So I'm gonna cut this up, see how both elbows are kind of level and parallel. Now watch this. Here come, look at that, look at this. Watch. I'm a damn chicken. Look at this. What's happening is, there it goes, and now it shifts the hair downwards onto an angle that's going to create inconsistencies. Look at it. It's pulling the hair. Everything's going down. This elbow, the trail elbow, the holding hand, holding arm is going to be dictating the result of the haircut. So if I want a level haircut, shoulders are level. I also look a lot more skilled by doing that. If I want to create a shorter to longer cut, watch this. My elbow is going, and my arm is going what? Shorter to longer, the distance. So I'm going to raise up and cut short to long. If I do want to create any sort of graduation where it's longer and then going in, then I will possibly go down this way. But the only way I do that would be if I'm standing here and I cut inwards this way. All right? Or I cut out and it's going downwards. So see how the direction of the arm is going down? So the direction of the arm is really going to dictate and control everything about the haircut. Short to long. You want shorter hair on top, longer layers, the arm points to the sky. Shorter to longer. We're flying into the sky, into the air. Think of it that way. Short or low to high, that's where the arm goes. Level and balanced, everything is level, even Steven. And if we're going downhill, we're going to go skiing, right? You want to create some sort of volume and create some sort of a different type of shape where it's like more of a beveled shape. Then we're going to go longer and then into shorter. Okay? So we're creating and changing the way we position our body, right? We're looking to build weight. So in these types of haircuts and haircutting in general, the arm position, the hand position, the body position, all of this is super, super, super important. All right? Super important. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. And I have a whole range of hair tools. If you are a professional, I've got brushes, blow dryers, combs, scissors, all sorts of cool stuff. You can go to shop.thesalonguy.com and use code YouTube20. You get 20% off, all right? If you enjoyed this, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.